What is going on, everyone? Today is Monday the 29th. Currently the accounts are not doing too hot. I do have around $1,400 of drawdown left. I did not make any videos on the two losses that I took because when I recorded them I didn't realize that literally all my information was in the videos, and I don't want people to have access to my accounts, obviously, so I could not post them. But they were both pretty terrible FOMO L's in my opinion, so nothing really worth going over. However, today was absolutely terrible in terms of trade entry and opportunity, and real quickly I'll go over why so I can post this. Obviously, coming into the day, overnight has been pretty bullish, as you can see. Let me get rid of this chart. Overnight has been pretty bullish, straightforward up. However, we do have a crazy amount of low resistance now that I see. I did not really peep that. Obviously, I'm looking for a London low sweep, or any sort of just Judas swing off open, maybe a tap into this 30-minute, and then see what we can do from there. So market opens, we get that tap, and the only entry confirmation that I saw was this 1 minute change in the state of delivery, right? Obviously TP would be like probably this data wick or maybe previous day high. I would probably TP at the data wick, honestly. So if you long this, your stop loss is almost 100 points and your TP is 120, and you don't even get tagged in. And at the same time, ES, dude, I don't know why it keeps doing that. ES has ES sweeps its data high right here, but NQ doesn't. So we have that SMT at data high, so I just ended up fading this because I didn't get tagged in. The next trade setup I saw a lot of people take was this 1 minute inversion. I didn't take this just because I wasn't keen on shorts after seeing us reject from the London low. So I wasn't really keen on shorts, and also I peeped that ES had relative equal highs. Dude, I'm gonna like genuinely tweak out, bro. How do I move this to where I favored it? Whatever, bro. So ES, as you can see, makes relative equal highs with this high right here. And so when I saw that, I no longer really wanted to short. I wanted to wait for a long. So I understood the short. However, TP would have been an issue, like maybe down here. But if we get down there, I don't expect us to go for previous day high. I don't expect us to go for anything like that. I also said, if this SMT at London low breaks, then I'll look for shorts. Obviously, got that SMT break, and I was targeting Asia low next, maybe daily open, maybe previous day low, just waiting to see what happens. We get no opportunity to short whatsoever down to these lows besides this 1 minute inversion up there. We get this 1 minute change in the state, we get a 30-second change in the state and a 30-second inversion here coming out of the daily open. So at this point I was predicting that we would go higher. I thought that the daily open tap would create the bottom wick for the daily candle, and we just start going higher, because if you go to the daily open candle, it has no bottom wick, which is pretty much keen that we are going to sweep it. Also, we took out all this low resistance. I just want to see bearish PD rays start to get disrespected before I think of longing. So here we have this 5 minute bearish gap that gets inversed immediately, and we just start to balloon up. We have this 5 minute gap that I was eyeing right here. I really wanted to see this get a tap and then some sort of inversion back to the AM high, dropping down to the 1 minute. What do we see happen though? We get a tap, and then we just kind of explode higher with absolutely zero entry trigger whatsoever. So there was no way to get in on this at all. But it would have been a really, really nice trade if you had just taken this, as like a why not, right? 2 micros, we made like 1,300. Not bad whatsoever. Just no entry trigger. So if you did get stopped out, I mean, it's a pretty dumb trade. There's no entry trigger whatsoever. This is not a good trade by any means. I'm just letting you guys know that's a terrible trade. So continuing from here, obviously this starts to play out. We get a 5-minute order block and a 5-minute bullish gap that we see form. I want to see these hold. I want to see these be an area for price to return to and possibly see another long. Waiting. Let me leave this data awake. Still waiting. At this point though, I have noticed that ES has now become decorrelated and decoupled with NASDAQ. When this happens, you really don't want to trade. You want to wait till you get more confirmation on which way we're going. So seeing this, obviously I was looking for maybe this low to get SMT'd and maybe then we could go higher. However, we made a 15-minute gap, this really tiny 15-minute gap that I personally thought would hold no significance. But we tap into the, we tap into the 15-minute right here. We sweep this 1-minute sell side liquidity. We get this 1-minute inversion right here. So you could have slapped along right here, stop at the low, and TP at the AM high or the previous day high for a 5 RR. Right? Not ridiculous at all. The reason I faded this though is when you look at ES, this is, they're not moving together. Assets are not moving together. You need to wait. By the time you wait to get some clear confirmation, it's too late. The trade is already ripped without you. It's already playing out without you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do, right? So the trade just starts to rip without you, starts going higher and higher, and boom, we end up sweeping previous day high. And that is it. This would be the only trade I would have taken had we not been so decoupled. However, we were also nowhere near the 50% or EQ, but on ES, obviously we were because we were so decoupled. Honestly, I would rate, let me rate these trades real quick. This long off open, A+. Minus, actually, no, this is A+. You're sponsored by a high time frame gap. You get a high time frame SMT with a session low. It's a Judas swing, so it's the open manipulation, and you get clear displacement higher with clear DOLs. This was an A+ trade. However, unfortunate that I did not get that entry, and that SMT really cooked it. Yeah, so it's pretty unfortunate. This short, I would probably rate this short like an A grade. That relative equal high on ES, though it doesn't need to be swept out, just seeing how bullish ES was compared to NQ and how ES swept the data high first and all that, seeing that, I would expect that, we don't have equal highs. That makes no sense. So I'd rate it an A. Obviously we did have, a lot of low resistance, but we're also not delivering from any bearish PD array. At least I don't believe we are. Yeah, there's no bearish PD array to deliver from. This is kind of just shorting off of an inversion and sweep. That's it. So not really the best trade. This long, terrible. All you have is this 5-minute imbalance. That's literally all you have. There's no 1-minute change in the state, no 30-second, no inversion, no nothing up until you get up here. But once you get that candle closure, it's just chalked up. It's terrible. This long, also terrible. Now we do sweep liquidity, blah, blah, blah. We get this nice rejection block, whatever you want to say, the inversion. However, the assets were not moving together whatsoever at all, like not even close. So you're pretty much playing a guessing game on if this is going to hit or not. And you are guessing that this is when the assets are going to start to correlate again. When you have SMTs and decoupled assets, you don't want to guess. You want to wait until you actually see some confirmation on where we're going to go. By the time you saw that, obviously, when we start taking these highs and closing above these highs, it's too late. The trade's not going to, you're not going to get tagged back in, and it's just pretty unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Maybe, I think, really... Dude, honestly, I really didn't miss anything. I didn't really hesitate today just because there was no trade to take today. This one I really, really liked. It was, I slapped the limit, did not get tagged. RR was terrible. This one I didn't even want to short because of the relative equals. This long at the low, needed to wait for some more confirmation. Maybe previous day low was going to get swept. Didn't know. This long right here, absolutely terrible. This long right here, pretty terrible as well. So I guess the only good trade was this setup right off open. That plays out had you not gone DE or anything, but that would have been stupid, so you would have probably gotten break even on that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. There's really not much else to say or do or talk about. Pretty awful sessions lately. There's literally nothing going on to trade. This is pure chop and agony and despair. Like, this is disgusting to look at. Like, this genuinely made me mad to watch. I mean, what is this sideways? And I mean, like, we have yet to sweep the equal highs that ES has engineered. So I don't know what the market's going to do. At this point, there's literally nothing to trade. We made an SMT with AM high, but we did not reject lower. Got a previous day high SMT, and we have not rejected lower. So there's literally nothing to take. We are just a slow, painfully slow grind up. Yeah, that's about it. There's really nothing else to do here. So I'm going to get off, and hopefully tomorrow's better. I'll see you guys tomorrow.